What's up guys, welcome to another Trader Joe's grocery haul. In this grocery haul video, I'm going to be showing you everything that I picked up at Trader Joe's, and I'm also going to show you how I use the items that I picked up. So recipes, meal ideas, and I even have some never before seen recipes that I'm going to be sharing throughout this video. They are some of my favorites right now and I can't wait for you to try them. I also have some of my favorites that I always get at Trader Joe's, some budget-friendly hacks, and at the end, actually, I have a hack that I just kind of filmed quickly on my phone because I was too excited about it and I wanted to make sure I got it in this video, so stay tuned until the end. Give this video a thumbs up if you like grocery haul videos, and with all of that said, let's get started. One of my favorite parts about Trader Joe's is the hummus and dip section. They have so many different varieties and I really love the organic one and also this hummus that has olives in it. You can make your own just by mixing tapenade in with hummus, but this one is really nice and pre-mixed. I go through a lot of hummus because I actually use hummus as a mayo replacement a lot, whether it's a sandwich or a chickpea tuna salad recipe that I'm making. I like that it adds a lot of nice creaminess and texture, but it also has the added nutrients of the chickpeas and, you know, all of the great spices and flavor as well. So if I'm going to be using mayo in a recipe like chickpea tuna, instead of the mayo, a lot of times I will do the hummus instead. And you might notice that it's a little bit thick. So my hack here is to go ahead and add some lemon juice to this. You could do some vinegar, but everything else will stay the same. So you're going to add your same spices and just kind of add the amount of hummus that you think till it looks like it's the right consistency for you and you don't want it to be too dry. But this is a great hack. It adds so much flavor and it makes really great sandwiches. I also picked up some baguette. This is so good for making sub sandwiches. I'm on like a sandwich kick, as you can tell, but it's also great for garlic bread. Then I picked up one of my favorite vegan wines. If you haven't tried the Justin Sauvignon Blanc, I highly recommend it. It is dollars cheaper at Trader Joe's, like many dollars cheaper than at other grocery stores. And it's just very easy drinking, nice tropical notes. It's great served chilled and it's really versatile, goes with a lot of different things. Next, I got some raspberries and also some grapes, and Trader Joe's is one of the only places that I buy grapes because they are so much more affordable there. For some reason, at my regular grocery store, they can be kind of deceptively expensive, so I only picked them up at Trader Joe's. I also got some cherry tomatoes, and then a fun thing that I tried were these Partake crunchy sprinkle cookies. These are very light and airy and crispy, so they're perfect dunking cookies because they really hold that almond milk. And I will say that I prefer them dunked than on their own because they have a little bit of a baking soda aftertaste, but they are completely allergen friendly and vegan, so they were fun to try. I also pretty much always pick up these high protein veggie burgers, not because they're the most delicious veggie burgers in the world, but actually just because they're really basic and neutral and I can use them in so many ways. Plus they have a ton of plant protein from pea protein. So obviously I use them to make veggie burgers, and patty melts is one of my favorite styles of veggie burgers. But I recently made this cauliflower pizza crust with kind of everything that you would put on a veggie burger on top of it. So it was like a cheeseburger pizza. A lot of you guys made this at home after watching that video and loved it, so that made me really happy. I also like to make cheeseburger salad a lot, which is where I take everything that I would put onto a cheeseburger, including, you know, the pickles and the onions and the ketchup and the mustard, and I just make a big old salad or a grain bowl or, like you see here, a pizza. It's really fun to take your favorite foods and try serving them in different ways. You get that same flavor profile, but it's a fun way to shake things up. So I'll put this recipe in the description box below. Next, I got some basil. I love putting basil on sandwiches these days. It's such a cool way to add flavor, and I also got it to make my green potato salad. Speaking of potatoes, I picked up some potatoes, and actually I'm going to show you one of my new favorite ways to make a potato salad. Again, I don't have anything against mayo, but this is a mayo-free version. It's a Spanish potato salad, a Spanish-inspired potato salad that I veganized, and I'm so in love with it. I can't wait for you guys to try it. So here we go. This is my Spanish-style green potato salad. We're going to start with the wet ingredients. We're going to need the juice of 1 lemon, some miso. If you are not familiar with using miso, this is in place of anchovies that are commonly found in recipes like this in a lot of Spanish cooking. The anchovies provide an umami kind of saltiness, and so the miso is going to be a vegan version of that same flavor. Then I'm going to add in some olive oil and a little tiny bit of maple syrup. This is just for balance, and then I'm going to add that to a blender along with lots of fresh herbs. This is going to go directly into the blender, and that way we don't have to chop everything up by hand really small and whisk this until it's creamy. It's going to do all the work for us, so you can do a blender or a food processor like I'm using. This is lemony, garlicky, herby. You get that little bit of shallot, that little bit of black pepper. Honestly, so good. I also picked up some tofu. Tofu is one of the most budget-friendly vegan proteins that you can buy. It is super nutritious and very versatile, so I'll put some of my favorite tofu recipes in the description box below. I recently watched an episode of Nigella Lawson's cooking show, and she made what she calls pink sauce with a creamy base. You could use an almond milk yogurt, these beets, some garlic, chili, salt, pepper, and lemon, and she whipped it all up in a blender until it was smooth, and it looked so good, so I will be trying that. I also got some chocolate. This one said on the back that it was voted the best tasting. It's definitely good, but it's very thin and a little bit drier. This one is actually my favorite from Trader Joe's. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier, and I pretty much always pick it up when I'm there. I also got this sparkling water because on this day I was shopping with my sister and she got it kind of randomly and put it in her cart. And I was like, well, what do you have there? What is that? And I decided to copy her because you know how sisters are. So I did, and it was really good. If you saw my week of vegan lunches video, then you will have seen these potato nachos, and they utilize either leftover or store-bought chili. Super quick and easy, and the chili I used for that recipe was this harvest chili from Trader Joe's. I always think of harvest chili as a fall thing, but they have it there now as well, and it's really good. So if you see it, I definitely recommend it. It has quinoa in it and sweet potatoes. It's so good. And if I don't have a lot of chili left over, like not enough to make a whole meal, one of my favorite things to do is to make chili mac and cheese. So I'll just make a regular vegan mac and cheese, stir in the chili, top it with some pickled jalapenos and scallions, and this makes a chili mac, which is a really great way to make leftover chili stretch, make a little more of an interesting kind of presentation. It's kind of fun when you have leftovers to think of new ways that you can enjoy it, so it's not the same thing every time. So whether you make potato nachos or you make chili mac and cheese, it's really fun to change it up. It keeps eating healthy and eating plant-based a lot more fun and interesting. I also picked up some broccoli. I throw this into soups, I throw this into pastas, grain bowls, so easy. And then I got some microgreens. I honestly was influenced by Instagram because I saw some bloggers using it as garnish for their avocado toast and it looked so good. So I wanted to give it a try. I kind of forgot about microgreens and they're super nutritious. They're a really great way to kind of just change up your greens so you have variety in your diet, and they have a nice delicate crunch, and they do kind of make everything you put them on look really fancy. So love that. Next, I got some avocado. One of my favorite things to put avocado on these days is this chickpea omelet. This is an all vegan omelet made of chickpea flour. It's stuffed with veggies and cheese, and you guys, this is so good. This is actually some clips from the recipe that I did over on Live Kindly's channel, so I'll link the recipe below. But it is such a cool thing to try if you haven't already. It's not 100% like an omelet. It's a little bit different, a little creamier on the inside, but it is very delicious and definitely worth trying. I also got some bananas and some eucalyptus, which to be honest, I don't usually buy myself flowers or greenery that often, but on this day I needed it for a shoot, so it was a nice excuse to have some fresh, very fragrant eucalyptus around. Hey guys, I also wanted to show you that not only did I pick up a red onion, but what I like to do with red onions, besides use them the way that we all use onions, is to make pickled red onions. I actually have a jar of the brine from the pickled red onions I made last time, but what's cool is the onion and the seasoning flavors the vinegar, and even when the onions are gone, you can use this. It is so good, you guys. Any place where you would want a little bit of brightness and tang. So if you have tacos and you would normally put a little squeeze of lime on top, putting a little bit of this seasoned vinegar is so good. I also really like it in a grain bowl where there's tahini, any kind of like warm grain bowl with a creamy sauce. A little bit of that on it is so good. And I know like my friend Malin from Good Eatings makes a salad dressing out of this, I believe. So you can definitely use this as the vinegar for a simple salad dressing. Whisk it together with some olive oil, some seasoning, maybe some fresh herbs, and you have a really cool way to, one, prevent waste, right? Like why throw this away when it's so flavorful? And two, just add a really unique and delicious flavor. It's sweet, salty, tangy, and ever so slightly oniony, and it's just really delicious. So a little tip from me to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this Trader Joe's grocery haul. I want to know if you've tried any of these items and what you think. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you have any questions about anything? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know if there's something that I definitely need to pick up the next time I go to Trader Joe's. And if you want any of the recipes that you saw in this video, check out the description box below. That's also where you'll find a link to my Instagram and my recipe blog where you can find printable recipes. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you liked this grocery haul video, and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye.